Have you ever considered that the very act of bathing daily, a practice you've maintained throughout your life, the one you've always believed keeps you feeling invigorated, spotless, and in good health, might actually be detrimental as you age beyond 70? What if that comforting warm shower or extended soak in the tub, something you've consistently relied upon to cleanse away the day's activities, is subtly depleting your skin's natural defenses, draining your vitality, or even increasing your susceptibility to a hazardous fall? It's a truly surprising notion, isn't it? For years, we've been taught that more frequent washing equates to superior hygiene. However, as we advance in age, the guidelines shift, and the reality might just astound you. In this video, we are going to reveal 10 shocking facts about how often seniors should bathe after 70. And trust me, the insights we're about to share will challenge everything you thought you knew. If you're watching this video, comment "amazing" below. We're talking about more delicate skin, concealed health risks, and a remarkable alteration in what cleanliness truly signifies after the age of 70. Stick with us right until the conclusion, because we're going to unpack 10 truly astonishing revelations that could entirely transform the way you or your loved ones approach personal care. Plus, we'll divulge an expert-endorsed secret that keeps seniors feeling refreshed and healthy without even needing to step into a treacherous bathroom. You simply won't believe how straightforward it is, and overlooking it could mean missing out on a safer, more comfortable existence. Now, let's delve into the first crucial point. 1. Falls pose a greater danger than minor dirt for seniors. For older individuals, the bathroom transcends its function as merely a place for personal grooming. It becomes a potential hazard zone, and engaging in daily bathing significantly amplifies these risks. The American Geriatric Society has issued warnings on this very subject, underscoring that falls are among the primary causes of injury and even mortality in the elderly population. Statistics paint a concerning picture. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention (CDC), over 1 in 4 adults aged 65 and older experience a fall each year. These incidents account for millions of emergency room visits, numerous bone fractures, and a considerable number of deaths. For those who have passed their 70th birthday, the danger intensifies as muscle strength diminishes, reflexes become slower, and conditions such as arthritis, neuropathy, or osteoporosis compromise balance and stability. Wet, slippery surfaces — think about those shiny tiles slick with soap residue, or a bathtub with its smooth enamel — transform bathrooms into genuine minefields for seniors already contending with mobility limitations. Daily bathing exacerbates this peril in ways that might not be immediately obvious. Each visit to the shower necessitates navigating a risky path, stepping over the edge of a tub, balancing on a single leg to enter, or maneuvering out while completely wet. Add to this the fog of steam that can obscure vision, the disorientation caused by the heat, or the sheer exhaustion of standing for an extended period, and the likelihood of a misstep skyrockets. The American Geriatric Society also points out that bathing routines frequently coincide with times of peak fatigue, such as morning grogginess or evening exhaustion, further increasing the risk. A fall in this context isn't just a minor bruise or a scare. It can result in a fractured hip, a traumatic brain injury, or a cascade of complications that erode independence. In contrast, adopting a reduced bathing schedule, perhaps once or twice a week, supplemented by sponge baths or sink washes for essential areas, significantly decreases the number of high-risk bathroom visits, cutting exposure to that treacherous environment by half or more. The trade-off here is evident. Immaculate cleanliness pales in comparison to physical safety. Minor dirt, sweat, or a slight odor pose far less of a threat than a fractured femur or a concussion. For seniors living alone or with limited assistance, avoiding a fall could be the deciding factor between remaining in their own home and transitioning to assisted living. While practical adaptations like installing grab bars, using non-slip mats, or switching to seated showers can be beneficial, reducing the frequency of full baths directly addresses the core issue. Fewer trips mean fewer opportunities to fall. Data supports this approach, with studies demonstrating that fall prevention strategies focused on minimizing unnecessary risks lead to measurable reductions in injury rates among older adults. Prioritizing safety over an arbitrary standard of daily hygiene isn't just sensible. It's a potentially life-saving adjustment of priorities that places well-being first. Comment safety first if you agree that preventing falls is paramount for seniors. 2. Daily baths can be detrimental to aging skin. The journey of aging is an inevitable one, and as we cross the threshold of 70, our skin undergoes a profound transformation that fundamentally alters its composition and behavior. Extensive research, including significant studies from institutions like the University of Pittsburgh and the University of California, San Francisco, has illuminated the extent of these changes. With advancing age, the skin thins considerably. Its outermost layer, the epidermis, loses density, while the underlying dermis weakens due to a decline in the production of collagen and elastin, sebaceous glands, responsible for secreting the natural oils that once kept skin supple and plump, dramatically slow their output. Sweat glands, too, become less active, reducing the skin's ability to regulate moisture. The result is a complexion that's not only drier, but also far more delicate than in younger years, lacking the robust, oily barrier that once shielded it from the elements. For seniors, the daily ritual of bathing, particularly with hot water, harsh soaps, or prolonged soaking, can transform this natural vulnerability into a significant health concern. Each shower or bath strips away the dwindling reserves of sebum, the skin's protective oil, leaving it exposed and defenseless. Dermatologists emphasize that this process doesn't merely cause superficial discomfort. It initiates a chain reaction of deterioration. The initial consequence is dryness, an uncomfortable sensation that can feel tight or prickly. This often escalates to persistent itching as the skin's compromised barrier triggers irritation. In more severe cases, the condition known as xerosis takes hold. Xerosis, derived from the Greek word for dry, transforms the skin into a rough, scaly landscape, sometimes marked by cracks or fissures that sting with every movement. These cracks are not trivial. They can bleed, creating entry points for infection or exacerbating underlying conditions like dermatitis. Beyond the physical discomfort, overbathing carries practical implications for seniors' quality of life. Imagine the frustration of constant itching that disrupts sleep, or the pain of flaky skin catching on clothing throughout the day. For those with mobility issues or arthritis, the effort to bathe daily might already be taxing, and adding skin damage to the equation only compounds the burden. Research indicates that hot water, in particular, accelerates this harm by dissolving lipids, the fatty compounds crucial to the skin's barrier, while alkaline soaps disrupt its natural pH, which ideally hovers around 4.5 to 5.5 in healthy states. For older adults, this isn't just about vanity or comfort. It's a legitimate health risk. Compromised skin struggles to fend off bacteria, fungi, or allergens, potentially leading to infections or worsening chronic wounds like ulcers. What begins as a well-intentioned hygiene habit could, over time, silently undermine a senior's resilience, strongly suggesting the need to reconsider how often they step into the shower. Comment Skin Health if you've noticed changes in your skin as you've aged. All right, let's continue with more surprising revelations about senior bathing habits. 3. Less frequent bathing can actually lower the risk of infections. In a world where cleanliness is often equated with frequent washing, here's a revelation that might make you pause and reconsider. For seniors over the age of 70, bathing less often could actually strengthen their defenses against infections. This isn't just speculation. It's a finding rooted in scientific evidence emerging from sources like the esteemed New England Journal of Medicine. Researchers who tracked older adults made a striking discovery. Those who reduced their bathing frequency experienced fewer skin tears. These might seem like minor rips in the skin, but they can have surprisingly significant consequences. Unlike the resilient skin of youth, which recovers from scrapes with relative ease, aging skin is often paper-thin and slow to heal. Tears in this delicate tissue mend at a much slower pace due to diminished blood flow, a weakened immune system, and a decrease in cell turnover, all common hallmarks of aging. These open wounds become potential entry points for bacteria, such as Staphylococcus aureus or Streptococcus, which can trigger cellulitis, abscesses, or even systemic infections like sepsis in severe cases. The connection between bathing habits and skin tears lies in how water and soap interact with aging skin. Frequent washing, especially with hot water, erodes the lipid barrier, a microscopic shield of fats and oils that holds skin cells together and keeps moisture in. Harsh detergents amplify this damage by breaking down proteins like keratin, leaving the skin brittle and more susceptible to splitting under even slight pressure, like pulling on a sweater or brushing against a rough surface. Scrubbing, a common habit to feel clean, adds mechanical stress, further weakening the skin's structure over time. This relentless cycle of washing and drying creates a battlefield of microabrasions and tears, each one a potential gateway for pathogens. In contrast, seniors who bathe less frequently, say every other day or 2 to 3 times a week, give their skin a chance to retain its natural oils and rebuild its defenses. Spot cleaning with a damp cloth for areas like the armpits or groin can effectively maintain hygiene without subjecting the entire body to a full rinse. The benefits of this approach extend beyond just infection prevention. Fewer skin tears mean less pain, fewer trips to the doctor, and a lower risk of complications that could escalate into hospital stays, critical considerations for seniors with limited mobility or resources. Comment healthy skin barrier if you're surprised to learn this about infection risk and bathing frequency. 4. Daily baths can be utterly exhausting for seniors. Bathing might seem like a simple, everyday task, but for many seniors over the age of 70, it can be a grueling ordeal that demands a significant physical toll. The Journal of the American Medical Association JAMA has highlighted this often overlooked reality, detailing how the very act of washing can deplete energy reserves, strain aging bodies, and even trigger debilitating symptoms. What feels like a routine activity in youth, stepping into a shower, standing under the stream, or climbing out of a tub transforms into a marathon of effort as muscles weaken, joints stiffen, and overall stamina fades. Reducing the frequency of baths doesn't just safeguard skin or lower the risk of falls. It also conserves precious energy, transforming bath time from a burdensome chore into a more manageable ritual. The physical demands of bathing are multifaceted, and JAMA's research breaks them down with sobering clarity. For starters, standing for even just 10 or 15 minutes under warm water can put a significant strain on the cardiovascular system, especially for seniors with pre-existing heart conditions or poor circulation. The heat can cause blood vessels to dilate, potentially leading to a drop in blood pressure and leaving them feeling dizzy or lightheaded, a dangerous scenario in a slippery environment. Then there's the issue of breathlessness. Those with chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, or weakened lungs might struggle to inhale the steamy air, finding themselves panting through what should be a relaxing moment. For the millions of seniors living with arthritis, nearly half of adults over 65, according to the CDC, every movement can be painful. Bending to wash feet, reaching to scrub the back, or even gripping a bar of soap can inflame already creaky joints, turning a bath into a gauntlet of pain. Even the simple act of stepping in and out of a tub requires balance and strength that may no longer come easily, especially if neuropathy has dulled sensation in the feet. The aftermath of bathing can be just as taxing. Toweling off, drying hard to reach spots, and getting dressed afterward can sap what little energy remains, leaving some seniors so utterly exhausted that they need to lie down immediately. JAMA notes instances where this profound exhaustion lingers, significantly impacting the day's activities. Think about skipping a much-needed walk, missing a meal preparation, or dozing off instead of engaging in social interaction. For those already struggling with frailty or chronic fatigue, daily bathing can push them into a cycle of depletion, gradually eroding their independence. In contrast, adopting a less demanding schedule, such as bathing once or twice a week, perhaps with the aid of a chair in the shower or a handheld nozzle to ease the strain, can help preserve stamina for activities that truly matter: playing with grandchildren, pursuing a cherished hobby, or simply enjoying the day. Studies support these benefits, with reduced bathing frequency correlating with lower reports of fatigue and an improved overall mood among seniors, suggesting that energy conservation positively impacts not just physical health, but mental well-being as well. For older adults, dialing back the shower routine isn't a sign of weakness or a concession. It's a strategic choice to reclaim vitality and prevent bath time from becoming a debilitating battle. Comment energy saver if you can relate to feeling tired after bathing. 5. True hygiene encompasses more than just full body baths. Here's perhaps the most significant paradigm shift of all. Hygiene is not synonymous with a full body bath. And for seniors, this understanding can be incredibly liberating news. The notion that cleanliness mandates a daily soak is more of a cultural relic than a universal truth, and modern alternatives prove that you can maintain freshness, health, and dignity without necessarily stepping into a shower or tub every single day. Wet wipes, thorough hand washing, consistent oral care, wearing fresh clothes, and regular grooming form a comprehensive toolkit of smart, tailored self-care practices that effectively sidestep the risks associated with frequent bathing while ensuring seniors remain comfortable and confident. This isn't about lowering hygiene standards. It's about redefining them to better fit the realities of aging, demonstrating that effective hygiene is less about the sheer volume of water used and more about making strategic, individualized choices. Consider the various options, each a practical powerhouse in its own right. Wet wipes, those pre-moistened marvels, offer a quick and gentle way to cleanse key areas of the body, such as the underarms, groin, or face, where sweat and bacteria tend to accumulate. They are typically soft enough for fragile skin, require no rinsing, and eliminate the need for standing or balancing in a potentially slippery environment. Hand washing, a cornerstone of infection prevention, effectively tackles dirt and germs at their most likely points of contact, the fingertips that touch doorknobs, food, or faces without subjecting the entire body to a wash. Oral care, often overlooked in discussions about bathing, is a hygiene heavyweight. Regularly brushing teeth, flossing, and using mouthwash effectively banish bacteria that cause odor and disease, keeping breath fresh and overall health intact. Wearing fresh clothes made of light, breathable fabric and changing them daily helps wick away moisture and odor, while a quick comb through or wipe down of hair maintains a neat and polished appearance. Adding in targeted solutions like deodorant or a light spritz of body mist can further enhance freshness. This comprehensive approach delivers effective hygiene without the physical rigors of a full rinse. This strategy isn't just convenient, it's a game changer for seniors facing physical or environmental hurdles. Picture an 80-year-old with shaky hands or a painful knee wrestling with a showerhead or attempting to climb into a tub might be daunting. But wiping down with a soft cloth or changing a shirt is often easily manageable. For those residing in colder climates where wet hair and chilly bathrooms can increase the risk of shivers or even pneumonia, using dry shampoo or a warm, damp washcloth can be a far safer and more comfortable alternative to a full bath. Studies support this shift in perspective. Research in geriatric nursing has highlighted that seniors who utilize such bathing alternatives report feeling just as clean and socially presentable as those who bathe daily, but with fewer skin issues or complaints of fatigue. It's a dignity-preserving strategy, especially for those relying on caregivers, as it empowers them to maintain hygiene on their own terms rather than adhering to a rigid, one-size-fits-all schedule. Ultimately, hygiene is less about the amount of soap suds and more about what effectively works for the individual, making it a flexible and low-risk art form for seniors to master. Comment fresh and clean if you agree there are many ways to maintain good hygiene. I believe you're enjoying this video. Before we continue, make sure you subscribe, like, and share this video with anyone who might find this information helpful. Comment wonderful below if you're enjoying these insights. Now, let's move on to our next shocking fact. Alright, let's dive into the final set of crucial information. 6. Elaboration on previous point, the cumulative effect of daily baths can severely drain seniors. As we touched upon earlier, bathing might appear to be a straightforward task, but for a significant number of seniors over 70, the consistent routine of daily washing can lead to a cumulative effect of exhaustion that significantly impacts their overall well-being. The energy expenditure involved in preparing for, engaging in, and recovering from a daily bath can be substantial, especially when considering the physical changes that come with aging. Even seemingly minor aspects, such as regulating body temperature after a shower or bath, can place additional stress on an older person's system. This isn't just about feeling a little tired afterward. It can lead to a noticeable decline in energy levels throughout the day, making it harder to participate in other activities they enjoy or need to accomplish. Think about the entire process, the effort of getting to the bathroom, the potential challenges of maneuvering in a confined and often slippery space, the physical exertion of scrubbing and washing, and the subsequent drying and dressing. For someone with reduced mobility, arthritis, or other age-related conditions, each of these steps requires a considerable amount of energy. When this is repeated daily, it can lead to chronic fatigue, making it difficult to maintain independence and a good quality of life. Reducing the frequency of full baths allows seniors to conserve this vital energy, which can then be directed towards more engaging and fulfilling activities. This can lead to increased social interaction, better engagement with hobbies, and an overall improvement in mood and sense of well-being. It's about strategically allocating energy resources to maximize overall health and happiness. Comment tiredness factor if you've experienced or witnessed this kind of fatigue related to bathing. 7. Leading experts now recommend bathing just once or twice a week. Prepare for a significant shift in perspective, one that might completely alter your understanding of personal hygiene. Leading experts in the fields of geriatrics and dermatology are now recommending that seniors bathe only once or twice a week. This isn't a call to abandon cleanliness or let personal standards decline. Rather, it's a deliberate, evidence-based adjustment tailored to the specific and evolving needs of aging skin and bodies. Far from being a sign of neglect, this approach reflects a growing and more nuanced understanding of how overzealous washing can actually be more harmful than helpful for individuals over the age of 70. It represents a radical departure from the ingrained cultural norm of daily bathing, but it's a shift that is gaining increasing traction as scientific research continues to uncover the complexities of maintaining health in later life. This recommendation comes from a unified chorus of authoritative voices, including dermatologists, geriatricians, and researchers who have dedicated their careers to studying the intricate interplay between aging and hygiene practices. For instance, guidelines issued by organizations such as the American Academy of Dermatology, along with insights from specialists at renowned institutions like Johns Hopkins University, consistently underscore the fact that frequent bathing is not a one-size-fits-all necessity. As we've discussed, aging skin is inherently thinner, drier, and produces less oil, making it particularly susceptible to damage from the harsh effects of excessive water and soap. However, the expert advice extends beyond just skin health. It's about aligning hygiene practices with a senior's overall physical condition. Experts emphasize that the ideal bathing frequency should be determined by individual factors, including their level of physical activity, their general health status, and their personal comfort. For example, a relatively sedentary retiree who spends most of their days indoors will naturally accumulate far less sweat and grime compared to a younger, more active individual, or even a senior who enjoys daily gardening. Similarly, someone managing incontinence or dealing with chronic wounds might require more frequent and targeted cleaning of specific areas, but this doesn't necessarily necessitate a full-body soak every day. This personalized approach effectively dismantles the outdated notion that daily baths are a universally applicable gold standard, a rule that was perhaps more rooted in 20th century marketing campaigns by soap companies promoting freshness than in actual medical necessity, especially for seniors. Consider the growing body of evidence. Studies consistently show that overbathing correlates with higher rates of skin breakdown, increased irritation, and even the development of pressure sores in frail older adults. Conversely, less frequent washing helps to preserve the skin's natural protective defenses. Practicality also plays a significant role in this recommendation. Bathing just once or twice a week, supplemented by regular spot cleaning with a washcloth for key areas like the face, hands, and groin, can effectively maintain hygiene without the significant physical toll of a full rinse. Experts also point out that odor, often the primary motivator for frequent bathing, can be effectively managed with minimal effort through the use of deodorant, a quick wipe down, or simply changing clothes regularly. For seniors, this isn't about cutting corners or neglecting personal care. It's about adapting intelligently to what their bodies truly need, proving that, in this case, less can indeed be more when guided by scientific understanding and common sense. Comment expert advice if you find this recommendation surprising. 8. Your body possesses an incredible self-cleaning mechanism. It might sound like a rather bold assertion, but the truth is, your body is equipped with a remarkable and intricate self-cleaning system that operates quite effectively without the need for copious amounts of water or harsh soaps. This isn't some new age trend or unproven theory. It's a fundamental aspect of human biology, honed over millions of years of evolution. The skin, far from being a passive outer layer, is a dynamic and living ecosystem teeming with beneficial bacteria, natural oils, and a finely tuned balance of pH and moisture. These elements work collaboratively to keep it healthy, resilient, and surprisingly clean. For seniors, whose skin is already contending with age-related fragility, overbathing can actually disrupt this delicate natural machinery, washing away the very allies that are meant to protect it. Scaling back on frequent showers and allowing the body to perform its natural processes can help preserve this inherent harmony, offering a compelling argument that sometimes nature truly knows best. At the core of this self-cleaning system lies the skin microbiome, a bustling community of microorganisms, including bacteria, fungi, and even microscopic mites that colonize its surface. Far from being harmful germs that need to be eradicated, many of these microbes are actually symbiotic partners. Species like Cutibacterium acnes and Staphylococcus epidermidis feed on dead skin cells, sweat, and excess oils, breaking them down into harmless byproducts while also actively outcompeting potentially harmful pathogens. These beneficial bacteria even produce their own antimicrobial compounds, acting like tiny chemical weapons that fend off invaders such as Staphylococcus aureus, a common culprit in skin infections. Meanwhile, sebum, the oily secretion produced by the sebaceous glands, coats the skin in a protective film, effectively trapping moisture and repelling dirt and external pollutants. Dead skin cells naturally slough off through a process called desquamation, shedding grime and other debris along with them. Together, this powerful trio, the microbiome, natural oils, and constant cell turnover, keeps the skin in a state of dynamic equilibrium, often requiring no vigorous scrubbing or harsh cleansing. However, frequent bathing can throw a significant wrench into this elegant and efficient system. Hot water dissolves sebum, leaving the skin feeling parched and defenseless. Harsh soaps, with their often high pH levels, can indiscriminately kill off both the harmful and the beneficial bacteria, disrupting the microbiome's delicate balance and paving the way for irritation, dryness, or even infection. For seniors, whose natural oil production is already diminished and whose microbial diversity tends to wane with age, this overzealous cleaning can easily tip the scales from health to harm. Research published in reputable dermatology journals, including studies in the Journal of Investigative Dermatology, suggests that excessive washing is often correlated with higher rates of dryness, eczema flare-ups, and even allergic reactions, all telltale signs of a system thrown out of whack. In contrast, bathing just a few times a week, perhaps using mild, pH-balanced cleansers when necessary, allows the skin's natural ecosystem to stabilize and function optimally. Even odor, often the biggest hygiene concern, can be effectively managed with targeted washing of high-sweat areas like the underarms or groin, leaving the rest of the body to its natural rhythm. For older adults, this approach isn't just practical, it's potentially liberating. It reduces the physical demands of frequent bathing, helps preserve the integrity of their delicate skin, and aligns with the way the human body was inherently designed to function. Historical context even bolsters this argument. Humans thrived for centuries with minimal bathing, relying on nature's own toolkit long before daily showers became a widespread cultural norm in the 20th century. Seniors today can certainly take a cue from that inherent resilience, trusting their bodies to maintain a baseline of cleanliness and health. The result can be skin that is less irritated, more balanced, and better equipped to fend for itself, clear proof that sometimes stepping back from the soap and water can actually be a significant step forward in overall well-being. Comment Nature's Way if you find this concept of the body's self-cleaning ability fascinating. 9. The type of bath products used significantly impacts senior skin health. While the frequency of bathing is crucial, the specific products used during those baths can also have a profound impact on the delicate skin of seniors. Many conventional soaps and body washes contain harsh chemicals, strong fragrances, and high pH levels that can strip away the skin's natural oils, leading to dryness, irritation, and even allergic reactions. For older adults, whose skin barrier is already compromised, these harsh ingredients can exacerbate existing conditions or create new problems. Opting for mild, fragrance-free cleansers specifically designed for sensitive or mature skin is essential. These products are typically formulated with moisturizing ingredients and have a pH level that is closer to the skin's natural balance, helping to cleanse without stripping away essential oils. Similarly, the temperature of the water plays a vital role. While a long, hot soak might feel comforting, hot water can actually dissolve the skin's natural lipids, further contributing to dryness. Choosing lukewarm water is a much gentler option for aging skin. Even the act of drying off can make a difference. Instead of vigorously rubbing the skin with a towel, patting it gently helps to retain some moisture. Applying a fragrance-free moisturizer immediately after bathing can also help to lock in hydration and protect the skin barrier. By paying close attention to the types of products used and the techniques employed during bathing, Seniors can significantly minimize the potential for skin irritation and maintain healthier, more comfortable skin. Comment gentle choices if you're mindful of the products you use on your skin. 10. Maintaining some form of regular hygiene is still important for mental well-being and social interaction. While we've emphasized the potential downsides of daily full body baths for seniors, it's crucial to underscore that maintaining some form of regular hygiene remains vital for both physical health and mental well-being, as well as for fostering social interaction. Even if a full bath is only taken once or twice a week, daily attention to key areas of the body is still important. This includes washing the face, hands, and genital area regularly with mild soap and water. These areas are more prone to accumulating dirt, sweat, and bacteria, and keeping them clean helps to prevent odors and infections. Oral hygiene, including regular brushing and flossing, is also essential for overall health and fresh breath. Furthermore, the psychological benefits of maintaining a sense of cleanliness and freshness should not be overlooked. Feeling clean can significantly boost mood, self-esteem, and overall well-being. Even if a senior is unable to take a full bath every day, practices like washing their face and hands, brushing their teeth, and changing into fresh clothes can contribute to a sense of normalcy and dignity. For those who are socially active, maintaining good hygiene helps them feel more comfortable and confident in their interactions with others. It's about finding a balance that prioritizes health and safety while still ensuring that seniors feel clean, comfortable, and connected. Comment well-being matters if you agree that hygiene impacts more than just physical health. Well, there you have it, 10 surprising facts about how often seniors should bathe after 70, and why less might indeed be more when it comes to staying healthy, safe, and comfortable. We've explored how daily baths can dry out fragile skin, increase the risk of dangerous falls, and even deplete precious energy. We've also learned about the incredible self-cleaning capabilities of the body and how leading experts now recommend bathing just once or twice a week. Remember, it's not about abandoning hygiene altogether, but rather about adapting our approach to better suit the unique needs of aging bodies. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What was the most surprising thing you learned in this video? Are you rethinking your own or a loved one's bathing routine? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. And before you go, please remember to subscribe to our channel for more insightful videos on senior health and well-being. Don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful and share it with anyone who might benefit from this information. We truly appreciate your support. While you're here, be sure to check out some of our other interesting videos on topics related to healthy aging and senior care. You might find some other valuable insights that can help you or your loved ones live a happier and healthier life. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.